Good evening, morning chat. How are we doing? If you are coming in, give me a hello. If you're on replay, drop a replay. So the number one thing, and I talk about this a lot, when you look at research in terms of what works and what doesn't in diets, is this the number one thing? And you could write off anything. You could say it's low carb, you could say it's calories, you could say it's fasting. And the problem is everything works, and it can work in spite of what you do. So if someone fasts, they might say fasting is what makes me lose weight, but it's actually a calorie deficit. If someone does low carb, they might say low carbs is the secret because it worked for me, but actually it's a way that helps them stick to a calorie deficit. But actually, if you look at all of the different diets out there, and you look at people like the fat doctor who says that diets don't work, there's no point even trying, and my time working in the NHS, I've been alongside some great people and I've been fortunate to do that, but also some people who maybe have actually demotivated some people by saying, there's nothing you can do with diabetes, it just gets worse over time, and then people think like, what's the point? There's nothing you can do, so why would I even bother? But the one thing that comes up every time, and the reason if you just look at research plain and simple, and you see, it doesn't work. People regain the weight. You look at what they do and what they lack. They lack support and accountability. It's not my train. No, don't want to miss this train. But you look at it's a support and accountability. Two things that are massively undervalued and underrated. And like today, a lot of people from Fruci Fit, there was about 20 of us overall over the weekend, did a competition, did a high rocks competition. Everyone working at their pace, their level, no egos, pushing the boundaries, training for something, cheering each other on, people who don't even know each other. And that's underrated. And that when it comes to fat loss, when it comes to fitness, when it comes to sticking to things for long enough to see the results, that is one thing that cannot be overlooked. You can do the best diet in the world, but if you don't have that support, that accountability, then you might fall into the category of on-off. Are you doing it? Are you not? And of course, there's got to be some compromise. There's going to be times where you have to go, right, actually, I need to push it and actually do it even when I'm not motivated. I'm going to do it even if I don't feel like it today. And that's an important thing to consider. But where can you get some more support and accountability from? Sure, you could join something like Fruci Fit, of course, I'm going to say that. But you could also get it from a family member, a friend who supports you with it as well. And we always look at it, and it is tough when you don't get that support at home from other people. Like maybe people say things like friends, that's boring, I wouldn't do that. But actually being normal is quite boring, right? Being normal is quite boring as well. And a lot of people don't want to be normal. We want to fit in 1 minute, but then we're like, I'm fed up of being the way I am. If you look at what average is, normal and average is, it's often people are overweight, bored, stressed, tired all the time, lacking energy. Is that something that we want? And sometimes we have to make those compromises. And I'm going off on a tangent here, but the key thing is where can you get that support from? Where can you get that accountability? Of course, the secret is being accountable to yourself. That's always going to be the key thing. But to get started, have you got that level of support? Have you not? Because in research, when you look at some of the stuff, when they do like placebo controlled, they'll do like, you get counselling or you see a dietitian or a nutritionist on a weekly basis versus given a diet sheet. And the people who get the support, and I saw it when I worked in public health, NHS, we got great results with people who we saw weekly. And that was just an amazing thing. Like, people don't get that often. And just those check-ins, those frequent check-ins, the more touch points you have, the better, the more reminders. And you won't get it perfect straight away. No, not a chance. But the more you do it, the more you're aware. And the more you fail, the more you're aware. Why didn't that work? Failure is a good thing. That's where you get the most lessons. Hope that helps. Any questions, let me know. I'm going to miss my train. Might be it. So I will see you later. Any questions, let me know. And